Hey folks, this is Baston Slot with the very first beta update for Prehistoric Kingdom. Version 0.3.2 has landed, bringing with it a bunch of new items, tons of bug fixes, and some really cool stuff that I'm going to show you in just a moment. Of course, I've not even started my build yet, we'll get on that very soon. It's been a hectic time, but the beta, unlike the alpha, is going to develop and add new things over time and add new objects and effects and dinosaurs and bug fixes and AIs and all this kind of jazz. So, very excited to see where the beta goes. Let's get started. We're kicking things off with a couple of new doors. Well, actually, 8 new doors in total, starting off with backstage doors. These are ones that you're meant to hide away. You know, this is your staff access, even if they're not technically going to use it as access. But, you know, you'd hide away your little backstage areas where your staff prepare food and look after your dinosaurs and stuff like that. So there's these two here, and I'm just showing you the color editing version as well. All of these items can again be color edited, can be scaled, all that good PK stuff that we love so much. So some nice backstage doors there. We also have a few new modern doors. We've got a fairly similar to the backstage one, but larger. We've got a full-on transparent glass one, which is pretty nice, and we've got this nice modern wooden aesthetic one as well. And there you go, just showcasing my pink is the theme of today. Showcasing the colour theming again on the modern one. And then finally, we've got these three here. These are the rustic doors. So we've got, they're kind of like, you know, rustic. The wooden, old metal, like the metal here. It's all wibbly wobbly metal. And these, I love these, the footprint patterns here on the door. I wish you were a little bit lower. Do I though? It's awkward. No, that's good. That's good like that. Anyways, love that. And then a big chunky door. So if you're building like an old tavern or something for some reason, this is an option. And, you know, again, if you want to colour them in, you can do just that. And that's not just doors, we actually have some new trees as well. We've got 3 new redwoods, this gigantic one over here. We've got a medium-sized one and a little baby one, so we've now got 4 different redwoods in the game. Again, can all be scaled and edited and stuff like that. And we've also got a couple of new Scots pines. We've got a fairly tall one and again another little baby one. Just more foliage options, rounding out the options, giving us a little bit more control over our parks. Now, they've also added a new hotbind, which I really love. Hotkey or keybind, not a hot bind. Let's add in a fossil. Okay, so we've got our mammoth skull here. And what you usually have to do is you click and you click it and you hit V and then you can scale up like so. Lovely stuff. But with this new hotkey, what we can do is hold Control. Wait, no. I'm doing the wrong one. What we can do is hold left Alt as we place, and we can we can auto scale like that. And if we decide that's rubbish, and it's not, it's amazing, but we just hit Alt again, whoop, and it resets. So this is going to make placing actually so much quicker. Instead of having to go in and, you know, manually scale everything up individually, we can do it as we place each item. Very excited about that one. Also, some much needed functionality. If I click this group over here, edit groups, I'm inside the group, as you can see I can click my trees. If I now hit Control A, it selects everything in the group. That is honestly a big deal. It's been a big problem for me. The other thing that needs to be added is this. This is a super big problem when it comes to building and not being able to select like this, so I really hope that gets fixed. But, you know, we're on the right start. Control A is a big deal, unironically, so I'm very excited about that one. There's been a few audio sounds added, you know, foliage painting and new music added, and new ceratopsian family sound to Protoceratops. But we've got some other pretty cool stuff as well. So we're going to head down here to the right. And as you can see, we've got what's called FX. So if I go into modular items and search FX, if I learn that spell, we've got fire, which you can see here. We've got smoke, which you can see here. We've got water splash and we've got waterfall. So that's the splash at the bottom, that's the waterfall at the top. Obviously you can make something much nicer than this. I'm just trying to showcase what's available. So that's really cool. I'm excited about the fire more than anything else. We saw that in the preview for the beta and I've been waiting to get my hands on it because you know we're going to have to build a Jurassic Park gate now that we've got access to that. So excited about that. There's been a ton of bug fixes and general changes, noise removed from rough statue material, improved animal path finding at lower frame rates, adjusted fog distance, blah 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 blah. Also, they've changed the map. This is what the map looks like by default when you load in. It's no longer big and flat and kind of intimidating, and it is intimidating. Now there's a bit of forest, there's a bit of water. It's still, you know, flat and easy to build on, but it just makes you feel a little bit nicer about your backdrop and about the area you're building in, which is pretty cool. And loading the new level will now fix the terrain it didn't in the past. That's about it for stuff I really want to talk about, except one thing. There's been general, improvements, blah, 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 blah. Lots of bug fixes you can check out on the Steam page. But this is what I wanted to show you, what you can do with the fire. So, of course, the fire, just like everything else near enough, can be scaled up and edited. So if you wanted, you could set fire to your forest. You could stage the apocalypse. You could stage the dinosaur extinction, and cover the ceiling, cover the sky, as is known to most people, in smoke, right? Because the meteorite hits and the sky goes black with smoke and ash, and then burns the ground. It actually looks, if you look down here, you look at that. It looks really good. Gives me like Vietnam War film flashbacks. It looks fantastic. Yeah, very, very cool that we can do this. I'm super excited to mess around with fire more than anything else. We can build some funky stuff. Excited to do that. That's about it from me. Nothing much else to add. Not even going to stretch this out to 8 minutes. That's how much I love you guys. I promise we'll be getting started on our build relatively soon. It's just a super busy week between the new Jurassic World Evolution 2 DLC and now this Prehistoric Kingdom updating, and we need to get started on that, and this Planet Zoo DLC and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, very excited. Let me know what you think about this stuff in the comment section down below. Very excited about the FX more than anything else. And yeah, throw me ideas for builds and stuff like that if you're down, and let me know what you think, and blah, 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 blah. Throw me a like if you enjoyed the video. That'll do for me. Thank you so much for joining me, my lovely ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you lovely folks very soon. Cheers much as always. Bye-bye.
Reaching out.